So, finally, at long last, let's get racing. So, right now I'm in single practice. I figure here in about 15 minutes I'll go to the open practice with other people. I gotta learn how to drive around other people on this track. If any of you were there for my first stream, you might potentially notice that my fastest lap has gotten quite a bit faster. I did pull a real burner earlier. Just in between streaming sessions, I sat down and knocked out one that was about half a second faster, which is pretty cool. I'm learning more about the track. That corner in particular is crucial. I just slowed up on it because I got nervous, and now my time, you can see on the lower left, my time is just bleeding away. That corner's weird. That curb there can really catch you out. If you're on the gas when you hit that curb, you'll be facing the other direction awfully quickly. That's, in my opinion, that seems to be what I've discovered the hard way. So I'm a little cautious over that, but you kind of can't afford to be for qualifying. Or really, it's just better to stay off the curb, I think. Really, most of the curbs in this course are pretty aggressive, if you ask me. Oh. Track limits. Who gives a shit about track limits? Alright. Sorry. Distractions. Sorry, I'm not gonna I'm gonna try not to make that a theme of the evening, but the way things are going, I'm guessing distractions might be the name of the game. Alright, this corner's cool. I'm doing this corner differently now. Breaking into third, deep into it, and then I'm just sort of getting into second and slowing down for this part. And I did that at one point and got just a brilliant exit. 1 second, please. Okay. Hope that was muted. The son's got to take a dump, but first he's got to ask permission. Okay. That's not an imposed rule. Please don't call CPS. He's just 3. That curb again. That curb, it starts flat and then it curls up. And if you hit the flat part, that's fast. Like, if you burn it through that flat part like there's no tomorrow, that's fast. But if you hit that raised part while you're doing the exact same thing, which is about 2 millimeters to the... Well, it's kind of hard to describe. 2 meters ahead, or just 2 millimeters ahead on the corner, you get thrown. The curb chucks you, and it's... Even in this Miata, which I think is pretty understeer happy and just generally sort of well balanced, which is why they let us noobs drive it, even in this, man, it kicks you hard. So I'm trying really hard to stay out of that curb. But on the other hand, I've gotta kind of gamble it, right? I'm thinking for qualifying, what I'm gonna do is try to put down a nice conservative clean lap, and then for the second lap that doesn't matter as much, I'm gonna go ham and try to really get in on that. Oh, and I chickened out. I let off the gas. Maybe I could have made it, but I really don't think I would have. I think I would have put 2 in the grass. That's just about getting that corner lined up right, and in general, that's something I'm still bad at as far as consistency is concerned, like hitting the corner the same way every time. But check out my lap times. Okay, 56.5 isn't, it's not knocking any panties off, but it's quick. And if I can run 56.5s for an entire race, I don't know if that'll win it for me, but man, I'd be pretty proud. Alright. I will always take an interruption for my son to tell me goodnight. I can live with that. Okay, here we go. Jeez. Okay, that lap sucked. Let's do better this time. trying to get serious laps in this time. I really need to be ready for the race. I like this down to second. I mean, you can do that corner in third, but it sets you up so wide that you just get a really crap run on these next two corners. If I did that corner in third, man, you'd have to be trying to pass someone on the outside, I think, but you'd get set up with such a bad line, the pass would never stick, so what's the point, you know? See, I'm fighting off understeer here, or oversteer here. This car's getting a little twitchy on me. I'm just really pushing hard, trying to get back to former glory. But hey, like I said, 56.5s, man. I can be happy with that for the first day driving this thing. Let's see, that's not going to be great. 56.7. I won't hang my head too deeply in shame. That seems like an okay time. The funny thing about that is I can think this time's okay, that time's great, whatever. My opinion on it becomes completely irrelevant until we actually get into an online race and see what other people are running, because it's all about comparison, I think. I mean, personal growth too, sure, but, you know, I'm here to race. I'm here to win. If these guys are doing 53s or something, I'm going to be way back to the drawing board. But that said, I really do think this is a pretty efficient lap that I've got going here. And pretty consistent. I mean, I'm not consistently at my fastest ever, but I've been kind of running the same lap here for, what, 4 laps? Without too much incident? I mean, for me, that's like uber consistency. I'm not usually that good. So I think I'm overdriving in that last corner. I want to keep like coasting it out, and then I can't get back on the gas, and I lose time because of it. So this time, I'm going to experiment a little bit while I'm in practice, and I'm going to try to slow down more for that corner earlier, so that hopefully I can really just romp on the gas. I will check my third sector time and see if it looks better there, because I've been about 3/10 off every time here. Oh, see, I hit that bump. That's going to mess up the third sector estimates, but we'll just have to make do, right? It's not that, it's the line. That line, this deep on the inside line, is killing me. I have to get a little bit out. Okay, I'm going to try that this time. We're just going to game that corner a little bit until I know there's more time in there. I did it 3/10 faster at one point. I just have to figure out what the hell I did. If only there were a way to, like, re-watch. Yeah, but I don't save replays, so. Past is behind me, guys. Future is now. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Alright, here we go. Let's try to get this one right. Oh, I threw it in. Ooh, I chucked it in there. That didn't work. Now we're about to have a fucking spin. Okay. Yeah, okay. I should have enough speed to still try this corner a little differently, though, which is nice, I guess. I only came out a little bit there. Car slipped on me. I suspect what happened there is the tires might have been hot. Sorry, I got a little distracted here. I'm receiving some very helpful hints from probably my only viewer if I'm not looking, but unless there's like 500 of you guys, which would be pretty dope. So let me try to set that up here. I always take audio video advice. I don't know what I'm doing. Just need to. Alright, bud, if you're out there, go ahead and shoot me a text if that's better. All I did was turn down my mic, which I'm sure was freakishly loud. A lot of the problem with the audio volume levels too is that when I was doing Assetto, that Formula car was so loud that it created problems. Sorry, one more. Okay. Probably gonna have to pause and do some parenting again here in a little bit, but so the best thing when in a spin is just to not lift up off the gas. Oh, it's a secret. It's an old rally racing secret. No, it's not. I'm an idiot. Should not have been romping so hard. And now the tires are just fried, so I'm actually going to go get a fresh set because sim racing, they free. Yeah, Jay, the my mic sucks. It's a known issue. I know it's kind of loud and it gets distorted. Just generally isn't good. There, I moved it away a little bit, but that's about the best I can do. Okay. So here we go. I want to hit this corner again. I want to get it right this time. Okay, first off, that was gorgeous. I wish I did it that way every fucking time. And that's not even perfect, but look at that. My sector time has actually improved. That was fucking awesome. Okay, fourth, third, second. I got way outside. I just gun it, and it's too much. Okay. So there is such a thing as too much in that corner. Outside, which I take that corner slow so I don't go to the outside. There's a second. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. I generally find staying tight there can be really good. And my sector time reflects it, honestly. I had to lift because look how far wide I went. That's, and now, you know, I only lost a little bit of time, right? But it's just a lack of patience. Still want it. I'm like, I want it. Let's go. That corner requires more patience than I think I have. Honestly. I mean, hey, 56-1. 56-1's good. I mean, it's good to me. It's 6 seconds off of the lap that I was using as a basis. Sorry. Yeah, my son's out in the wild still. He's supposed to be in bed. But try not to trip about that. And that's what that corner looks like in third. Okay, so let's review. That's going pretty good. I think that first sector I've got pretty nailed down. The second sector, I like the second sector. I think I've got it pretty good. It's just that one corner that I think is probably the most important corner in the race. It's not perfect, and I'm having a bit of trouble figuring out what to do differently, I guess. What I'm doing wrong, you know? And then the final corner, that final corner complex, as it were, is very different as well. It's very difficult for me to get that one correct for some reason. Just, I kind of joke, but I'm really kind of don't, is that, you know, patience is not something that I thought was going to be so crucial to racing. I know that sounds like, maybe that sounds stupid to some of you guys, and I'm phrase this in the plural, but, you know, you just got to hit these corners and just wait and wait and wait and wait, and don't touch the gas, and don't do anything, just hold the car and just be patient. In other corners, it's like you got to be smashing immediately, otherwise, well, look at that run. Holy shit, that was good. Fresh set of tires, man, I'll tell you what. But alright, here we go. Oh, there we go, there it is. Oh, look at that, 200 or 2,000 or hundreds. 200s off. Shit, yeah, I can live with that. That would have been the fastest lap, man. And, yeah, I'm really happy with that. Okay, so I think that's what it is, too. This is something I'm learning really hard and fast about in iRacing is tire management. How to keep your tires alive. Okay, excuse me, I'm not learning how to do that. I'm learning that they don't stay alive forever, and I have no idea how to keep them alive. Because I don't know how, when I'm over pushing them, I don't know if some of the sounds the game's playing are supposed to indicate to me that I'm doing something wrong, or that, you know, I shouldn't be. It's like you hear, like, just listen to the tire noise. I mean, is that good tire noise? Is that bad tire noise? Is tire noise in general a bad thing? You know, how much is too much? How much is not enough? These are things that I have no answer for. So I just drive the way I drive. Try to keep it on the road. Which, by the way, I've done like 15 laps without any major issue, I think. Aside from my son's update on his bowel movement. He pooped. The internet knows now. But other than that, this has been going very well. I believe I am race ready, which is pretty awesome. It'll just be a matter of finding out what the pace is. What am I doing? I'll just shift the way I'll shift what I feel. Ways to lose 2/10 in the middle of the corner. Just start shifting wildly. Clutch needed to work out. I don't know. Oh, I knew that as soon as it happened. That was just, I wanted too much. Okay, we'll finish up this lap and then I'm going to go ahead and get into the open practice. Right out to the outside. When you go right out to the outside like that, you know, you don't want to just smash the gas because you don't really know if the car's going to slide on you funny. Well, you're already working your way right toward the edge, you know, how hard are you going to push it? So, of course, I lost time because I wasn't hard on the gas. Alright. Let's go see about joining an open practice. First off, I think I'm going to hide things. Hide my secrets for you guys. There we go. Now that should be up. My privacy screen. We'll see. So I'm, like I said, still very new at the streaming game. Trying to figure some stuff out. Okay, I'm not live. Sorry. I'm not live on my own video. That's confusing. Yep, there we go. Okay. Let me see if I can get a practice going. So, I believe I've only got the one real viewer, but The race starts at 9. It's 8:37, so I'm going to be doing about 20 minutes of practice before this party gets kicking off for real. Qualifying is at 9. The race will be at about, I don't know, 9:10. So we're looking at another half an hour until race time. No, I don't care. Okay. We're getting going here. Oh, shoot. I forgot to close iRacing before I tried to start that session. That did not make it happy. Sorry, 1 minute, please. Join practice. Now it's going. Oh my god. Okay. Shazam. I don't think anyone's going to be on yet. But I don't know. I am. Yeah, there's another guy here. It sucks to be him. Okay, so I figure, well, it's pretty far before the race, but I'm going to talk about race etiquette momentarily. So iRacing has some really interesting stuff about race etiquette. They really are pretty, kind of like the FIA. You can't just say what you want on the radio. I know this is an online game, it's the internet. You know, people will kind of just do whatever they want to do. But like, you can get suspended for calling somebody a fuckwit, or, you know, just generally being shitty. I mean, really, honestly, it's an interesting system. It's trying to rein in the chaos that is the internet. Which, good luck, guys. But I mean, nobody wants their license suspended. So, people try to behave fairly well. That said, I am on YouTube, and I am on a hot mic, which means when stuff happens, I'm going to react verbally, maybe loudly, probably with profanity, and my first instinct will be to blame the other driver. You'll notice I don't do this with the mic on. Just for your reference, I'm about to turn the mic on so you can see what the icon looks like when I'm actually talking to other drivers. Yeah, see? If you see that, I'm saying something to somebody else. If you just hear me cussing loudly, that's because, well, I got mad. Getting mad and getting on the radio and saying something is two very different things. Just ask Sebastian Vettel. He knows all about what happens when you get on the radio and say nasty shit. Because we haven't talked about Formula 1 at all, and that is just wrong. We'll come back around to that momentarily. But anyway, I wanted to say, I will probably say things on the stream, ironically, that theoretically has a larger audience, that I wouldn't say to the other driver. And if something happens, there's a good chance my gut reaction will be to get quite angry about it, because I do want to keep things clean. But one thing I try to do, though, is I try very hard to calm down first, because really, honestly, can't really help the initial reaction too much. It's sort of a knee-jerk. But I calm down as quickly as I can, first off, so that I can keep racing as much as possible. And second off, because I like to look at the replay and see, you know, I remember one of the first races I did, before I mean, we're talking, this is a week ago, and we're not talking about when I was so much younger and so much dumber or something. I mean, this is a week ago. But I got pretty mad at a guy because from where I was sitting in a car that had been smashed by another car, he put the squeeze on me really badly in the corner at Laguna Seca. In the first corner, actually. I thought he didn't give me enough room, and he whapped me. And I told him as much. I was in Rookie, and one thing you'll see a lot in Rookie if you choose to play this is that a lot of people say a lot of things. And I think that kind of comes with the territory of Rookies. Oh, I hit that thing. I hit that curb. You see how bad the car gets when you hit that curb? You can't hit that curb. If I had stayed on the gas, I would have died. But I said some stuff, and then later I went and looked at the replay, and it was totally my fault. I actually sort of unintentionally turned into him without even realizing it, which is really embarrassing. Like, if I'm going to get mad at someone, I'll get mad. And I don't think there's anything wrong with getting mad at someone for fucking up. But I want to be damn sure that they fucked up first, and I hate to end up finding out that, oh, you falsely accused that guy of some shit. Like, that's terrible, you know? And that's not the guy I want to be. And my name is on this thing. You know, I don't really know what else to say beyond that. It's just, you know, I'm going to try to keep my cool as much as I can. But if you guys hear me cussing someone out, don't take it as gospel truth right away that guy is actually the idiot here, because really, honestly, there's at least a 50-50 chance that I'm the idiot. There's also a chance that neither of us are the idiot, and racing, sometimes just people crash. Like that guy just about wailed into me because I was going slow and having a nice YouTube moment instead of paying attention to what I was doing. Okay, yeah, I should probably shore it up a little bit. I've actually got other drivers on the road around me now. As he oversteers the crap out of that corner. There we go. When I said as he, that was as I. Yeah. Disregard. Alright, cool. Hey, look. Well, I'm not burning him, but got away from him a little bit. Look how wide he goes out. He went out way wide. I'm gonna try that next time. Let's get a toe. Or not. These Miatas make so little power. There's like... They're very momentum-based cars. Do certain things to try to not lose speed. Things you probably wouldn't do in a Formula car, or like those cool Australian V8 supercars, something like that, you know. Ironically, I think maybe NASCARs are, you might consider them a momentum car, but only because they are so far at the limit of speed. Oh, doing that corner on third is a big mistake, and that's twice now I've tried that. That guy just joining the track wildly. No regard for human safety or human decency. It's alright, I can see him. Maybe he was counting on that. Is just chopping me. But check out my fuel percentage. That's that 39 there on the Motec, or whatever that's supposed to be. Which, as far as I'm concerned, means I've run almost an entire race worth of it is going down, right? Maybe it's not. I guess that's not going down. Now I feel stupid. I guess practice you get infinite fuel. What I was going to say, oh no, it did go down. I don't know what it started at though. Let's go with that. I was thinking I had just chopped through like an entire race's worth of fuel already, which seems surprising because I'm sure this is going to be at least a 25 lap race. Oh god. Coming around. We're coming around. That's the kind of stuff I'm worried about. It's going to be interesting to try to talk and drive at the same time. I might not talk as much during the qualifying of the race. because it really does add just one more thing. Like, I'm trying to form complete sentences, and I have huge pauses in between what I'm saying. But, you know, it looks like my lap times are suffering somewhat for it, and that's okay while I'm in practice. Honestly, I really don't mind. Otherwise, I wouldn't be streaming. During the race, though, it might be difficult. I may have to limit my talking to straightaways or something. So enough about me. This has been the me show all day. I can't imagine you guys are all that interested. So let me talk about something else. Let's talk about something more interesting, like Formula One. The greatest racing series ever, right? Yeah, haters leave your comments, it's fine. Formula One this weekend was great. It's Monday today, so yesterday they raced at Spielberg, Austria. I almost said Australia, like Americans do. Spielberg, Austria, the Red Bull Ring, or the Osterreich Ring, depending on how old you are. Man, it was a hell of a race. That was a very fun race. Spoiler alert, it's Monday. If you guys haven't seen the race, by Monday, probably 18 hours after the end of the race. If you guys weren't planning on watching the race by now, I'm really not sure when, but spoiler alert, cover your baby ears if you don't want to know the results of the race. Valtteri won his second race in his career. Valtteri Bottas with Mercedes AMG Petronas in the Silver Arrows. And, you know, his portion of the race was pretty dull, honestly. Not like last week, or not like last race, the race before this one, where he went from last place to second over the course of the race. This race was, God, that's a terrible corner. This race was pretty dull for him, but, you know, dull just means he basically ran it perfectly. Couldn't really ask for more. He was going faster than everybody pretty much the whole time. I think he led the entire race. Like, literally from start to finish. You know, maybe with a pit stop switch in there at one point, as pit stops are wont to do, which I think barely even counts for anything. You know, functionally speaking, he led the entire race. He won. It was a dominant performance. Let's see, who stood on the podium? Vettel got second. That mousy bastard. Now the FIA is going to ban me. Vettel got second. He ran very well. Nothing really to say about Vettel this race, which is rare. There's usually something to be said about Vettel. There we go. I was going on the gas a little earlier. Running 57s when I'm not thinking about it. My best is a 55.8. Did I just do that? No, I must have done that earlier. My 57s don't seem that bad, if I'm being honest. I don't think they're going to be fast enough. Competition's fierce on iRacing, but they don't seem horrible. That doesn't seem horrible to me either. Okay, Vettel got second. Oh, and dude, Ricky Rocket. Thank you, Bill Mark. Daniel Ricciardo. Red Bull Racing. Red Bull finally managed. Wait, I say that. Didn't Max Verstappen win here last year? Whatever. Red Bull managed a podium in their home race, which is awesome. Daniel Ricciardo has been on the podium 5 races in a row, which, who would have called that? I mean, really, honestly. Red Bull's car. Part of me wants to say Red Bull's car is not there, but 5 races in a row on the podium. Now, granted, okay, every race of those 5 races, I think you could point to some major event during the race, or before the race, or there's some like data problem that would cause the race to go that way. But there's also something to be said for the fact that Ricciardo hasn't seemed to have been dealing with any of that crap. Just like Lance Stroll won got second, third in Baku, almost got second, you know. And it's easy to say, yeah, that's because everybody crashed. Well, you know, let's look at it a different way. Everyone crashed, yeah, but Lance Stroll didn't. I mean, he managed to find a way through. That's kind of been like Daniel Ricciardo, you know, just finding those golden opportunities to make it happen. And I just love that. I mean, he's like pretty close in the championship fight. Like, it's not unreasonable. It's definitely not out of the numbers yet that he could, you know, pull off a miracle. Although Vettel has been pretty damn consistent himself. And I mean, at this point, we're about halfway through F1. I'm thinking we're probably going to have Sebastian Vettel as the winner, which makes me sad, but for reasons. But you know, Ricciardo has had just a really great run, and it's so great to watch. Because he just seems like the coolest guy. Like, you know, who's my favorite F1 driver? Probably Lewis Hamilton. If I could go have a beer with any F1 driver, who would it be? Probably Daniel Ricciardo. I mean, the guy just... Some of these guys seem awfully nerdy. Some of them seem awfully egotistical. Hamilton sometimes seems that way. You know, Daniel Ricciardo just seems like a cool guy. I don't know. Honestly, kind of like Patrick Dempsey. I know that sounds like... I'm probably going to get blown up for that, but Patrick Dempsey always seemed like kind of a cool guy, too. See, I mentioned Patrick Dempsey in my spin. I blame him. I blame Grey's Anatomy. Thanks, Grey's Anatomy. What else? You know, sometimes I make jokes before the race, you know, about what I think might happen. And I don't usually want to be right. But I think the standing joke before the race was that Max Verstappen wouldn't finish the race, Fernando Alonso wouldn't finish the race, and Danny Kvyat would invariably crash into somebody. Turn one. Danny Kvyat locks up, crashes into Verstappen, and Verstappen's car hits Alonso's. So my prediction was correct within 15 seconds of the race starting, which is, I think it's pretty good, honestly. And it makes me mad. I want to see Verstappen race, and it's getting chatty. Practice is getting a little chatty. They're having a little bit of a war of words. Practice none of your incidents count, even open practice like this, so you get guys trying some interesting tactics that they would presumably never dare try in a race. Although if they're never going to use them in the race, why are they trying them here, right? So that's the other side of the argument. People still get pretty cheesed if you crash into them even in practice. I try not to. Try to keep things in perspective, but, you know, you're trying to get a good lap in or whatever, and someone's crashing into you. I think these tires are hashed. I'm going to come in and grab some fresh ones. Right. It makes me mad. I want to see Verstappen race. The guy functionally hasn't raced in like 5 races. Something like that. It's pretty ridiculous how few laps he's done. And this time it wasn't his fault and it wasn't Renault's fault. It was just Danny Kvyat's fault. It was just Toro Rosso's fault. And Danny Kvyat, oh, does that count? Oh, that counts. Cool. Danny Kvyat makes me mad. I don't understand why he still has a super license. Yeah, I do. He's fast. You put him out on a track with a car, and you say, run this track, do as fast as you can, and he will do a fast lap. But that's not what racing is about. You know, I've actually raced with a couple guys on this game that is in qualifying they'd put down a real burner. But you get them out around people and they do very poorly. Now, I think it's really probably extremely dismissive of me to make comments like that and then compare that to Danny Kvyat, because I'm sure Danny Kvyat is a better driver now than I will ever be. But I'm not comparing him to me. I'm comparing him to a group of drivers that I consider to be the best in the world. And I don't think he's there. I don't think he's one of them. I don't think I'd say that about any other driver that's out there right now. I know you Stroll haters are out there, like, having a field day, but Lance Stroll knows how to drive. Lance Stroll hasn't been crashing into people. There have been some collisions, there have been some racing incidents. Most, if not all of which, I do not believe I would have attributed to Lance. I know you guys would. That's between you and your God. I think Lance Stroll's a pretty damn good driver. I think Danny Kvyat's a pretty shit driver. And I don't really understand why he's still out there. It makes me really freaking mad that he took out Verstappen. And, you know, and Alonso too, for that matter. I mean, the Hondas just got a new power upgrade this week. They were thinking that Alonso was going to be in the points. Oh, look at that. Fastest sector. Just by going a little wide and taking it pretty slow. Let's say Fernando Alonso into a fast corner. Okay, learning the rules. Let's say Patrick Dempsey in a spin. Here it comes. Oh, wow. I mean, that's one way to rejoin the track. Yeah, right, I had to poke a little fun at him. But, you know, he had that coming. Rejoining by driving perpendicular across the track is... I don't think that's really considered normal in any racing league, but you guys can tell me, I'm sure. Oh, that was faster still. Oh, it's not giving me purples on that. I don't know why. It's supposed to be comparing to my best lap ever.
Sorry about that. Did not expect the car to get that loose.
I'm starting to run some pretty good laps. That was the last one was a 57, but this one's going to be a fast one. I'm totally behind this corner. I do have traffic, but it's not going to come into play. Just nice and patient. Look at that. That's only 800ths off. 800ths isn't really even a gap that I'm worried about right now. Not at my level. I mean, really, I'm an amateur. Oh, look at that. Time flies when you're lapping fools. Alright, let's do this thing. Qualifying time. Alright guys, it was fun to talk about F1. That was really all the big stuff that happened. I can't think of anything else. The finish was really great. God, they were so close at the finish. Old man Kimmy fucking yells at Formula One machine because he can't make it work. Dollars to donuts, that was Kimmy's fault, but he's funny. The Iceman cursing on the mic because his Ferrari doesn't do what he tells it to do. It makes me laugh. Anyway, alright, it's race time, or, well, I got apparently 3 more minutes of practice or something like that, and then it's qualifying, and then it's race time. But, alright, as I mentioned earlier, if anyone's watching this later or whatever, if I start cussing on the mic, that's for your edification, my edification. You'll see if I radio in and actually start busting another driver, which is to say I'm not going to do that. I don't have any interest in cussing other guys out. Chances are they don't even deserve it. It's my fault more often than not, but leave that at that. I'm probably not going to talk a lot during the qualifying or the race, because maybe speed the race a little bit more, but look at that, 2 fastest sectors. If I can do this in the qualifying sesh, well, again, I don't know what other people's times are, but man, it would feel like a first place to me. Let's just put it this way, if I'm in the 55s for qualifying, yeah, see, and I blew it because I was looking at my time and not at the corner. And that's why I can't be talking about this too much, but if I do a 55 in qualifying, I'm going to be very, very happy. And like I was talking about earlier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put down a clean lap, one for the books, and then I'm going to do a fucking lap. Look at that, 155.999. Even with that crappy second sector, I still managed to beat my fastest lap. Or, not beat it, but into the 55s. Oh shit. I was hitting the wrong button, and I just totally killed some people. Oopsie. Okay, qualifying time. Like I said, probably going to get a little quiet here. Wish me luck. Disregard the error at the top. That shows up sometimes. This is just an out lap, doesn't count for anything. I mean, it counts if I make mistakes now. Now all the mistakes count. Any mistakes made, track offs, and things like that, those count now. All I gotta do right now is keep the tires warm, keep my nose clean. Okay. Oh no, we got one more corner to goof off. Yeah, nice good line in there. Well, that's nice when you do it that slow. Alright, here we go. That bump. So much for one for the books. That was a flyer too. Okay, here we go. Lap 2. Try again. Great exit, but hey, it's on the track. Fastest lap in qualifying, 55.7. Fucking right. That's awesome. Let's see where that puts me. Now we'll find out who's good and who's not good. And third, 55.2. Jesus. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't get big-headed about it at all, because God, there's always someone better. 55.2. What a lap. Good for him. Alright, race starts any minute now. Qualified third. You know what? I'm happy with that. I'm stoked to qualify third. So, unfortunately, it looks like even though everybody has qualified, they're going to make us wait the full 4 minutes before race start. So, yeah. So about race strategy, I try not to pass anybody basically the entire first lap. Obviously, if they spin or crash or really bone it up, I'm going to pass them. But I'm not going to make any moves because the first lap is already so touchy. Jesus, that first corner is going to be an absolute shit show in the first corner. That's going to be hard. I really don't want to go too wide through there. The problem is I can't trust that, looking at our results screen here, for instance, Dale wouldn't just pop up right next to me and go for it. But if we go too wide through there, that's going to be tough. But I will technically have the line into the next corner, so I have to remember that. But I really don't want to do that. I don't want to try to pass people on the first corner. I just don't think that's a good idea. Oh, I got another viewer. Hey, Ron. Thanks, man. Welcome. That's really cool. I've got a viewer. Sweet. Yeah, just really want to keep it really, really clean for the first lap. I'll go ham at the end of the race or mid-race, you know, but really I think good racing is if I'm faster than you, I'll eventually end up past you, you know. If I'm slower, then I don't really deserve to be in front of you. You know, all that defensive driving and, you know, racing defense and you know, really pushing and, you know, not diving, but it's really stabbing for positions. That's something professionals do because they're that good at controlling the car. I suck ass at controlling the car. I ran in practice alone and managed to spin the car a dozen times today. That's... I can't be making hard... I mean, I can try, but if I screw up, then I screw up somebody else's race. 15-lap race. Okay, this isn't going to be very long. But I just don't want any of that. I want it to go nice and clean. So first lap, I'm going to keep it chill. I'm going to try to anyway. We'll see how it goes. After that, we'll go ahead and try some things. See if we can't. But I got to be honest here. If I get a top 5 finish, I'm willing to lose 2 positions, and I will still be celebrating pretty heavily because top 5 for me in Group D at this point, Class D, has been quite the challenge. 1 minute to go. Yeah, Ron, that's cool, man. I've been doing a little bit of oval as well. Dirt oval a little bit. I did some Indy cars at Daytona. That was dope. That was really fun. That almost turned me into an oval racer right then and there, because, man, that was something else. But my career dream or whatever... oh, so I gotta finish 4th to get IR? Okay, then I guess we'll shoot for 4th. Or better, obviously. But my dream, as far as iRacing is concerned, is to be racing Formula car. So, if that's Formula Renault to start, I mean, I'm trying to get into the Skippies here sometime soon. Am I getting made fun of here? Oh, yeah. Some folks are clever. Yep, my last name is in fact spelled quite similar to the word sandwich. Guess what, fools? I didn't pick it. But now I rock it. I don't care. Alright. Here we go. So yep, might be a little bit of radio silence as I figure out this first lap. I will try to commentate as much as I feel I can, but I don't want to... I want to focus on the driving, obviously. you've got some high-level humor. I got the run on him. Do I go for it? Yeah, I can't. It's just a bad idea. Wow, he's just going to smash right into the back of us, isn't he? Come on, guys. Well, there's my first 4 incident points. Oh, we got a spinner. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that.
Can't let the leader have it.
Okay, there's 4 more points of contact. Oh, my God. Well, that was what I was trying to avoid. That's too far to the inside. I had to slow up. Shit. What'd I come out in? 5th? 4th. Okay. My precious safety rating, as Empty Box likes to joke about, but... Oh, dude, the behind me, they just all got collected. That is terrible news for all of them. That's really bad news for all of them. I'm not too upset about it. Alright, now my next strategy...
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Theodore. My next strategy now is to just try to wait for them to battle and try to put down good laps. That was not a good sector. Alright, I'm gonna shut up for a minute and just get on with it. Yeah, see, I'm paying really good attention here. Just totally didn't go into the right gear. Got a nice gap behind me here. That's just wonderful. See, I already know that Brandon's a little crazy. Oh, look at that. There we go. I don't know if that was because of contact or what. I don't know that it was. I know that Brandon's a little crazy. I'm not saying he's a bad driver necessarily. I don't know him or anything. But I do know he's willing to be aggressive, that's for sure. I'm wondering if he just pushed her off. I'd say Vilma sounds like that lady's name, but I'm not sure. Or if she just got spooked. That happens too. Okay, that corner was terrible. I'm losing time now. But hey, 3rd. Fucking right. That was a terrible shift. Oh, that was nice. Holy crap. Okay, well, it would have been nice. Okay, here we go. So I did everything I could just to save that. That was terrible. My tires are starting to feel a little bit of wear, I think, already. Not so much that it's not like my tires caused that. It's me pushing the car too hard. But then I don't know. Got a lot to learn about tires still. Those guys are fast. Last lap was a 56.7. That's not horrible. That was a 56.9. I mean, for race pace, that seems pretty decent, honestly. Like, sure, I wish I was in the 55s. I've only run about 4 55s ever, though. One of them just happened to be in qualifying. I'm taking that corner around. Too wide, I think. Yeah, they got a better run. They get a better run on all these corners than I do, and I think Vilma might be faster than I am too. So that's going to make this potentially very interesting. Seriously, you're going to outbrake me for this corner? That was a dick move. I'm going to go ahead and say that that was a dick move. That was my knee-jerk reaction to it. I'm not telling Vilma as such. I felt a bit like a dick move, because what was I supposed to do there? If I had turned in, which it was my line, I would have crashed. And then I could have put in a report with iRacing saying that they dive-bombed me, but, you know, doesn't do me any good right now, and I'd rather just finish the race. So. Vilma seems pretty unstable, though. So, and we know that they at least spun once when somebody was following them. Potentially because of contact. I'm not sure. I didn't see any contact, but I really wasn't in a position to see it one way or the other. So let's see how Vilma does with me behind. Well, if I do stupid crap like that, it's not going to matter. That should have been my run. I should have been passing them right now. That's irritating. At least I did it with my foot to the floor, but that's irritating for my safety rating. I am a lemming. I am such a lemming, I just about followed Vilma right off. Like, no problems. It's a very new skill of mine that I managed to rein that back in and go, nope, this is way too fast. Why are we going this fast? I'm going to watch her spin out. So 5 laps to go. only because there's not much race left. I am pretty irritated with that maneuver, and I'm not inclined to allow her to do that again. If she tries that again, we're going to crash. And I will report her if it goes down the exact same way. That's just... I don't think that's wrong. It says clearly in the code of conduct that you're not supposed to be dive bombing people, and there is a mechanism for reporting it, so... At the moment, I'm actually keeping a really good pace, so hopefully it won't matter. Although 56.9, again, not exactly a screaming time, but might just be fast enough for third. Car just wants to oversteer pretty much. If I'm pushing, it's oversteering. And I'm kind of letting it rotate because that's not slow to drive like that, but it is really hard on the tires, and the tire situation is not going to get better. But I mean, it's my own fault, right? Like, I cooked the tires by sliding around too much. Anyway. That was not a good idea. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Ah, man, if I fail to catch one of those slides, I'm due for a spin out at this point. I'm hoping I don't, but I gotta be really careful. I don't want to drive too conservatively. This 2.7 second gap that I'm maintaining right now is kind of crucial, if you ask me. Okay, we got a car stop on the right up here somewhere. Smoke. There we go. Oh, boys. Oh, buddy. We are in second place. 2.5 second gap. 2 laps to go. Can I do it? If I put this lap down cleanly and drive defensively next lap, I can do it. Oh, that was Brandon again. We can see that the salt is coming out. That said, if Brandon's earlier driving was to be any indicator, coupled with his level of humor, I would say maybe that could have been anticipated. Oh, he's typing. My God. I love it when they type back in the middle of a competition. Please fuck up somehow. He lost about 3 seconds typing that message because he just couldn't let it go. Like, that's pretty brilliant. Come on, answer him. Answer him, Brandon. Take your hands off the wheel and answer the man. Because you're too cheap to buy a USB microphone. Barring absolute stupidity, which will not happen because I'm not going to let it happen, I just came down with second place in a race that I have no business being in second place. Oh, yeah. Feels... Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, my God, what am I doing? What am I doing? Jesus. Okay, well, way to make it exciting at the end, right? I totally did what I told myself I wasn't going to do and understeered right out of that. Second place. All right. Yeah, let's just watch a replay of that fucking... Ugh. What an idiot. What an idiot that guy. Whatever. You know what? I'm pretty happy with second. Even if it was because of chaos. Alright, I'm not interested in their battle. Anyway, that was fun, guys. I don't know if I'll be streaming again or when I'll be streaming again or what, but I had fun this time, so I guess I'll catch you next time for more racing.